Well, welcome to our world. I'm going to be here for a few minutes. We're testing this out. We're trying to learn how to do this. Unfortunately, right now, we're all by ourselves alone, but we're not completely alone. Why, you're here with us, watching or participating, or maybe if this gets saved and you're able to see it later on. I don't know exactly how this works. We're going to find out how it works. If this gets saved and we're going to be able to see it later on, then that's a good thing. We'll be happy about it. Got to try to improve the lighting a little bit here. It's going to get improved. The 1 Caryl Avenue Tenants Association. And we have some goals to improve this building, to improve the quality of the building. And we think that we need to improve this building. We think that the landlord is a very wonderful person, and the landlord is going to get help by us to run things the right way, to do things the right way, and get this building so it's safe and so it's sound, and so people who live here enjoy living here. And we're going to try to help make sure the landlord doesn't get cheated out of whatever she deserves to have. At the same time, we're going to try to make sure that if there's anything going on here that just isn't right, abuse of tenants or mistreatment of poor people or someone trying to get over on the system, that ends for the good of all, not just for any one of our individuals' sake, but the good of everyone. And you know, what's good for everyone is to be what's good for each individual. And there are people have different ideas about what's important and what's good. But, you know, maybe standards of morality, some standards of what's right or wrong. And maybe instead of trying to harm people because we disagree with them about something, we should try to help them to enjoy life and liberty and pursue happiness. Maybe, and maybe not. Anyway, we have a handicap, and the handicap is that we're really not able to produce living, usable, workable documents, but we're going to fix that. We'll get the things we need. We'll try to get them for free. We'll try to get them working, and we will try to help people. Now, my name is Richard, and this is my channel, and I do several things. I do many things. I'm speaking in faith in the sense that some of the things I want to do, but I haven't yet been able to do them, but I'm going to get to do them. And this is the beginning of that. One thing that I do is you might call me a preacher, but I'm a person who is trying to humble themselves, which is not easy to do in a human being, and serve you. And we have a different idea about church than most persons have, that many churches have. We don't think that a church is supposed to collect money. We don't think that the purpose of a church is to collect money from the people who we serve, but to serve the people who we serve and look upon Jesus, our Savior, and God, Elohim, our provider, as this one who's going to give us all that we need. And it's very hard to do this because the flesh wants to do what the flesh wants to do. But we're gonna serve others, and we're gonna help others, and we're gonna solve problems. Problem solved. Problem solved. Another problem solved. And the problems are solved by God. We believe God, someone whose name is, and a better name for God saves is God saves human beings who trust in God the Savior. And if you don't trust in God the Savior, then we're very concerned that your problems will never really be solved. In fact, it'll go from bad to worse for you. So, come and join us. Participate. We have church. And when we have church, those who come to church, we pay them money. And you don't have to come physically. You can come virtually by participating in church on this internet. And of course, the only problem with that is the only people who can do that are persons who have phones or have internet. And we're going to see if we can't find a way to be the provider of phones to thousands and thousands of persons who will participate, if it's possible. And we're going to see if we can help you, see if you're poor, to get to where you're not poor. But we're not going to help someone who's poor if they're going to turn around and waste the money, waste it, buy things and throw them away and buy more things. We're interested in saving people and things and money. And we're interested in doing it from the point of view of a poor person, which is what I am, and which, unfortunately, for me, I guess I have to make a commitment to be. Because the rich people, they've been in charge, and the poor people have given in and given up, and some of us are poor because we decide to do things that are immoral and wrong, and others of us are poor simply because we've been born into a situation of poverty, and we never learned how to get out of poverty. We never learned how to live right. We never learned how to use the principles of God, the Savior, to help us. But we're going to use them now, and you're going to use them. And all you got to do is decide to participate fully in our congregation, in our group, in our club, in our that's what we're having. That's what we're going to do. And it's going to start right here. And it's going to go to the community, the neighborhood, this building association, and then a neighborhood association. And it's going to go up and up and up. And our goal eventually, we have a political aspect of us. You can see the channel for a political aspect. Poor for Trump at gmail.com. You go to YouTube, which you're looking at us on now, and you put in you put that into YouTube, and about 2.5 years now, we've been made. And the people look at us, we'll try to get it go viral, as they say, watching, and then we're going to try to pay us for ads on our site.